Hi there, my name is Shona Guzman. You may not know me yet, but for the past year I have been living in the Philippines, and this is what I have experienced. I have experienced the amazing underwater sardine run and swam with the turtles for the first time in my life in Mobile, Cebu. I always dreamt of surfing, then traveled to Siargao to learn how to surf. And let's not forget about the food. Cebu is the haven for street food lovers, from the famous Cebu lechon to the flavorful puso. I even explored the beauty of the Philippines on land, visiting breathtaking sites such as the Chocolate Hills and Tarjiro Sanctuary on Bohol Island. The amazing thing is, the cost of living in the Philippines is extremely affordable, making it an ideal destination for budget travelers and possibly you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Nomads, and in today's video I'm going to be doing things a little bit different. I know it's not your normal travel going out in the streets, but today I want to make this video very special because if you guys have been looking at my channel and been with me from the very beginning, it's been a whole year since I lived here in the Philippines. So congratulations to myself, and in today's video I'm just going to be talking about some of the few things that I've really learned and experienced and want to share with you on why you should visit the Philippines. So without anything else, let's get into this video. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is the Philippines is probably one of the most underrated countries to come visit, especially when it comes to Southeast Asian countries. And I say this because when I was first thinking about traveling to any place before the Philippines was even a thought, the only places that I was always told, always marketed, always seen on television was Greece, Singapore, Italy, France, Bali sometimes, and Mexico. Like those were probably the 6 to 7 countries that I would always be seeing on television. And when I first heard about the Philippines, I really didn't know that this was even a country, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. So that's what I mean when it comes to Philippines being an underrated country. Not many people know about it, and the ones that do know about it, it's not really marketed, it's not really advertised as much as these other countries are. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. You can be looking at these videos that I'm showing you guys as a voiceover of just so many places that you can come travel to here, because guys, when I'm telling you guys, oh my god, this place has 7,000 islands. The Philippines has 7,000 islands. Imagine just going to all these different places and exploring the different foods, the dialects on each island. It's really crazy when I tell you guys that this place is underrated, and very few people go to selected places here in this Philippines. So yeah, just explore this place because it's really underrated. Second thing that I want to mention that I've instantly discovered when I first landed here on this country was, if you don't know this saying, then I'm going to be repeating it, but when I tell you guys that the Filipinos are the most friendliest people you could ever meet, I am not kidding. Literally, when I first came to this country, I don't even know why I want to tell you guys this, but in the airport in Manila, clumsy me, I actually left my phone on the chair. How it happened, I think we were just trying to get our baggages, and I just got lost track of time, and obviously my mind was elsewhere. So yeah, I lost my phone, and luckily enough, a Filipino actually gave my phone to one of the concierge. And when I went back to go find it, which was actually 30 minutes later when I realized I didn't have my phone, they told me that it was actually a Filipino that gave my phone to the concierge, and then they were calling people on the intercom to collect the phone at that stall. So luckily, I was very lucky that day, if I'm being quite honest. But other than that, ever since that point on, I've been greeted really respectfully. I've been called sir. I've been, I don't know, just talking to random people. If I see them on the street, they are so willing to help you. Literally, I mean, they'll do anything for you guys. They'll do everything over and beyond. And that's something I just don't see in the States. In the States, I just see people minding their own business. They hardly say hi to you. They don't even greet you when you come in and out of the door, especially at grocery stores or when you go to your condo, or just the security guards that you guys see out anywhere in the Philippines or actually in the States as well. So when I saw the two cultural dynamics and just in terms of your overall attitude and how you carry yourself throughout the day, it makes a big difference. And again, Filipinos are probably the most friendliest people you'll ever meet. I met so many people on my travel trips and I made friends with them. I follow them on social media and they're very helpful people. They'll help you talk to people if you're not able to communicate. They'll guide you to some place. They'll do a lot of things, and that's what I mean, that they'll go over and beyond than just simply helping you. They'll actually try to like make you part of their family in the ways that how they kind of treat you. So the third thing that I want to mention to you guys is the cost of living here in terms of actually living here, traveling to other islands that are local and a little bit further away where it has to be long travel, right? So yeah, it's so cheap to live here if you're coming from the United States or another country where your currency holds more value than the Filipino peso. Yeah, I just currently did a video of the condo units that I'm currently living in, which is Solonea Towers. I can put the video right here. You guys can go check it out. But basically, I just throw a rundown on the amenities that you have, the surrounding location area, and the cost of living for a 1 studio and a 1 bedroom apartment. So yeah, it's pretty cheap for, especially for what you're getting. I know in the States, prices, I don't even remember what it was when I first left to compare to what it is now, but I used to live in San Francisco, California, so yeah, cheap. No, it's not cheap, especially for a studio. So in terms of what you're going to be paying, you'll probably be paying a quarter to half of what you were originally paying for the same type of lifestyle, if not better. Because roughly, I probably spend $200 to $300, and that's including travel, that's including food, that is including going out, that's including a whole thing for a whole month. And then rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom condo is $700. So it's not that bad in terms of how much you're gonna be spending for a whole month. Now, in terms of traveling, I just finished doing a Siargao video as well that I would also put linked up right here. It's a whole series, it's a 6-part series, and it's just me documenting what I did during those 5 days that I was there. And that one was actually pretty cheap too. So what I was able to do for that whole video was roughly around $200 to $300, which is not bad either. It's still pretty expensive, but what do you expect when it's Siargao, right? And the third thing of this category is the education. So when I was first originally thinking of moving to the Philippines, I thought of education because if you know the school debt back in the United States, it's ridiculous. I was actually accepted in San Diego State, so I already knew the tuition cost, and it was around $65,000 just for the tuition. So I'll do the conversions right here, but in Filipino peso for you guys. And yeah, it's pretty expensive. So times that number by 4, I'll also put the math right here. That's a lot of money that I'll be having to pay over the course of 20 to 30 years that I kind of don't want to do. So my alternative was the Philippines, and I'm currently going to University of San Carlos. I also have a breakdown video of the tuition and what you have to do as an international student from the United States, and I'll put it right here as well. In that video, yeah, I just break down everything that I did to get into the school. But the education's cost, I believe, for a semester, I don't really remember. I think it was for the whole year, it's going to cost $800. So yeah, big difference. Huge difference, actually. But yeah, the schools here, they're all taught in English because this country is an English spoken country, meaning that their education system from, you know, all levels, elementary, middle school, senior high, it's all spoken in English and also in college. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different because it's a mixture of Bisaya, which is spoken here in Cebu, and English, but mainly everything is taught as English. Even the textbooks are giving examples of United States stuff. You have all types of majors that a lot of people from other countries come to. There's people from Nigeria that come here, especially studying in the medical fields. A lot of Filipinos actually go from the United States to come here to the Philippines to do their studying, and then they go back to work as a registered nurse. And that's a huge community that you see in San Francisco and Bay Area. And the last thing that I want to mention is dating here in the Philippines. I'm going to be honest and say that I've had experience back in the United States, and with the people, with the women that I would date or try to talk to, I started getting a lot of attitude sometimes. Some people wouldn't even talk to me because I looked a certain way. And what I mean by my appearance is, according to them, I had to be a certain height. They didn't like me because I was short, even though they're like maybe right here, shorter than me. So they wanted someone that was taller. At the time, they didn't also like me because I didn't have a car. So I was starting to realize that the girls in the United States typically are looking for more materialistic things and have high standards. And yes, us men do have high standards as well. But for what I'm asking for in terms of a woman in a relationship are more reachable than the expectations of these women that they want from certain men. And I actually did a video of Filipino culture dating here in the Philippines, especially in IT Park. And I'll put the video right here as well. It's just a bunch of interviews that I did with different Filipino women that I saw throughout the day, asking like, what does the word dating mean to them? And after that, it was very eye-opening to see the huge dynamic difference between Western women and Filipino women. So on top of that, yeah, when I came here to the Philippines, I actually had this mindset of being intimidated to talk to women just because I was scarred from talking to women back in the States, because anyone that I went to up in public, they just kind of looked at me like, why are you talking to me? You're a stranger, you're a creep. Oh, you're just trying to hit on me because, you know, you want something from me. So that's the type of mentality that I experienced back in the States. And then when I compare it to the Philippines here, it's completely different. So not only Filipinos as a whole community are friendly people, but talking to women here is much easier, and it's less stressful too. You're able to talk to them, you can compliment them without getting offended, and you can take them out on dates without them thinking anything of it. Yeah, it was just, it's different, and I like it here a lot better. Plus, I like Filipino women just because they're very caring. I noticed that the sexual hierarchy that they have here in terms of like the mentality of the man and the women believe that the man is the household, and therefore he has the authority, he should be respected, he should be loved, he should be cared. And the women also know that they also have to nurture the men. They know that they have to take care of their children, make sure that they're well fed of the husband, everyone. They just have to make sure that the household is cleaned and taken care of while the man is out there providing for his family. And you don't see that as often in the United States because of the fact that women want to become more independent. Therefore, they believe that they don't have to rely on a man, which I don't think they should either. But there's a limit, and the way that these feminist women back in the United States are taking this new stage of the feminist movement is kind of extreme and intimidates a lot of men just to even talk to women back in the United States or just in Western countries alone. So yeah, there's a big difference. It's a very controversial topic, so I don't want to really push around certain areas because I know it will offend some of my audience. So bear with me. I'm not trying to target anyone. This is just what I've experienced as a young foreigner, both in the United States and in the Philippines. And there you guys have it. Those are the 4 main things that I wanted to cover in this video, because those are really big things that I've noticed since living here in the Philippines. And yes, I'm gonna probably continue living here, because that's the question I've been constantly getting on my DMs, just people I meet in person. After living here for a year, I do see myself living here a little bit long term, maybe like a second home is how I'm treating the Philippines as of this moment. Obviously the future can change my perspective, but for now I believe that this country is so underrated. Come visit here, come try the food, come experience the culture, everything, because this place is, it's crazy, because I would have never imagined myself at 21, because I'm 21 now. I celebrated my 2nd birthday here in the Philippines, because when I first came here I was 19 going on to 20. So yeah, it's been 2 birthdays here now and 1 full year in the Philippines, and I couldn't be more happier. I feel less stressed being here than being back in the States, because of, I don't know, just all the mandatory pressures you have from your parents, from society, from women, from your professors. So that's a lot it's a lot to take in, especially at my age. So yeah, I would have never thought of even going to another country to start studying school, traveling to places that I've only seen on social media or being marketed on television. It's really crazy that I'm still here and experiencing all of these things, discovering new foods, learning new cultures, and everything that comes in between, and living in a different country than the one that you originally grew up with. And I could say I'm truly blessed to have had this opportunity to even be able to go to a different country and experience a different type of living. And I hope that this video convinced you enough to book a ticket as of right now, after you end this video, to come to the Philippines and experience everything that I've been saying in this video, what I've been saying in my past videos. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, say what was your favorite part in this video. Share it to other people if you are interested, or if you know someone that's interested in visiting a different country. And as always, subscribe to my channel, because apparently 45 of you guys are not subscribed. So what the heck, you know? Subscribe to my channel, and as always, see you guys in my next video.